Are you serious? Are you serious? I need intercessors. I need people praying. The city of Chicago is about ready to blow sky high. The city of Portland is going up in smoke. Riots continue in Portland, Oregon, and mass shootings continue in Chicago. Matter of fact, 59 people have been shot in the streets of Chicago since Friday night at 5 p.m. In a 48-hour period, 59 people shot. 8 of them are dead. As the city of Chicago, people have been in the streets protesting this weekend. That's it for Mayor Rahm Emanuel. They want him out of there. They want him out. They want him to resign. They want him out of there. Of course, he was the chief of staff to the president of the United States, Barack Hussein Obama. And then he went on to become the mayor of Chicago. And while in Chicago now, you can see the chaos, the carnage, the confusion, the shooting in the streets. Dozens of people wounded in shootings all across Chicago since Friday night. Since midnight, 42 people have been shot. 5 of them are dead. Since Friday at 5 p.m., when the Friday evening started, 59 people shot. 8 of them fatally in the streets of Chicago. And folks, it just won't end. And there's just no end in it. And this is a continual problem. Police say there was a trauma lockdown at the Stroger Hospital with only immediate family members and victims being allowed in the emergency room. A spokeswoman for Stroger Hospital disputes the police account, but the police are saying it. Matter of fact, over the past 24 hours at the Stroger Trauma Unit, they've received an unusually high volume of patients. At no time did Stroger go on bypass or lockdown in the trauma unit, but the hospital had been put on trauma lockdown because of the chaos, the carnage, the constant shooting. And some of these are children. It's just off the chain. They just drive around, several from multiple gunshot wounds. Shootings, drive-by shootings, gang-related shootings, all kinds of different shootings, theft, burglaries, attempts on people's lives. 17-year-old girl was killed. 11-year-old boy was shot. And 2 gunmen got out of a white Impala and shot 4 people at a block party. They were in South Avers Avenue. It just goes on and on and on, folks. Something's got to be done. The chaos is out of control. And it's not just that. Okay, that's Chicago. But look at the craziness that's been going on out in Portland, Oregon this weekend. As it just seems like the tensions are getting higher, and instead of calming down, people are insane. I mean, there's so much hatred, and people are getting injured. There's several injuries people suffered during the Portland police protest in response. We got reports just 2 hours ago coming out of Portland, Oregon. Injuries have been suffered during Portland police protest response will be investigated, but the Portland's police chief Sunday acknowledged allegations of injuries suffered a day earlier as officers cleared the streets and fired various crowd control. Some of it was tear gas, some of it stun guns, some of it rubber bullets. Chief Danielle Outlaw said any complaints would be forwarded to the Office of Independent Police Review. The morning I learned all the allegations of injury as a result of law enforcement action, Police Chief Outlaw said in a statement, I take all force applications by members seriously, and I have directed Professional Standard Division to begin to intake process regarding these allegations to determine if the police force was used, and if unreasonable force. Did they follow the policy? Were they using the guidelines? Protesting in the streets, people being beat up, chaos, carnage, Portland, Oregon. And it's all about just hatred and what's going on? What's going on? Oh, we've got chaos. We've got murder. We've got madness. We've got drive-by shootings. We've got gang-related activity. We've got MS-13. We've got all kinds of different people doing all kinds of stuff. in the city of Chicago. Portland, Oregon's gone wild. And we're continuing to watch the melee and the madness and the meanness and the maliciousness and the malice and all of the murder and what's going on? Something biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. Now, the Bible does say, in the last days, as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be in the coming of the Son of Man. They were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage till the day they entered in the ark, and the floods came and took them all away. Now, what else was going on in the days of Noah? Well, there was violence. The earth was filled with violence, and men's hearts were on evil continually. Every imagination of their heart was on evil continually. And there was hatred, and there was rage, and there's murder in the streets. And we just need to pray, folks. Oh, my Lord, do we need to pray. Pray for the Portland, Oregon thing. I understand that's a protest out of control. But the Chicago thing, that's been going on forever. Weekend after weekend after weekend, years after years after years, just killing and shooting and chaos in the streets of Chicago. It's out of control. Don't miss tonight's live broadcast. Starts at 7 p.m. Eastern. We got so much to pray about. We're going to be doing some serious prayer. We're going to be doing some serious seeking the face of God. I'm going to get you up to speed on all the current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. But we're certainly seeing end time prophetic things taking place. Are you serious? Are you serious? Are you serious?